Hi everybody.
Steve-O and Benor back with another episode of Dark Souls 3.
So a little bit of business that we have to attend to here. This is in post-commentary today. This and the next episode, unfortunately, will be in post-com. And we have some interesting new stuff to kind of check out, which the Black Blade is one of those items that Steve-O found.
Yeah, it was just from that mimic down by the Demon Ruins that we had forgotten to pick up like 10 times. So it was a mimic fight. It took 30 seconds. You didn't really have to see it, but the Black Blade is what we got from him.
It's pretty interesting. Got a DD scaling with Strength Dex, got some bleed on it. But it's the it is the overhand attack that Steve-O really digs, which is why he's going to be looking at the Black. But yeah, this is where I screwed up the.
He's like,
I couldn't
hit the wrong button. It happens.
So a short katana wielded by the swordsman and distinguished guest of High Lord Wolnir. This shiny black blade is thick but sharper than the typical katana.
The swordsman was a master of a rare technique, which traces of which can be observed in this weapon's strong attack.
Which
we'll show off here. And Benor I know is playing, which he'll show off here in a second.
Yep, that one right there.
That is just too cool
overhand chop. Which is, like I say, is a very cool look for it. I do like that quite a bit.
Should we check to see if it's recording?
So we have some more. Let's see. I believe we're gonna go over here and see there. I don't believe we have any.
No, we didn't have any of that.
Oh, this is I originally wasn't going to upgrade my claymore, but I was going to upgrade the longsword, but I did anyways.
Yeah. I had got another chunk from trading with the crows, which I think we put a link in this description or one of the video descriptions to just a list of all the trading items because we weren't going to sit there and do every single one. But I had gotten another chunk to do it, and I told Benor, we can upgrade your weapon, that's fine. He's like, no, let's do the longsword, because worst comes to worst, we switch back to that anyway, and then he did the claymore anyway, and I was like, well, I think subconsciously you wanted the claymore.
But to be fair, yours is reinforced, so refined. So, so patches.
I had done some farming so we could buy all the Katarina gear and stuff, which is why we had some more souls. And then when I went back to talk to him to compare prices, we got that gesture, Patches Squat,
which is really just looks like you're pooping over a tiny pot.
Yeah, it looks very uncomfortable.
Pretty much only gorillas should be making that sort of form.
Are you glad we made good of things?
Oh man, this was so, I don't know, it was so bloody awesome. Just the fact that we were able to kill him. Because here's the thing: is we get his ashes, which is rather nice.
Yeah,
we weren't sure originally if it was gonna screw us out of getting poison arrows for the rest of the game, or what exactly.
Yeah, if it was like the other games where you kill the vendor and you're out all the items.
Which,
we got the horse hoof ring,
which is kind of an interesting thing. An old ring with a seal depicting a horse's hoof, boost kick effect. Unbreakable patches adorn this ring, and the feeling that it gave him when he kicked his marks into the depths of treacherous traps, but suffered no shortage of ridicule from his associates for relying so heavily on the tired old trick.
But who is the sorrier, the horse who knows only to kick, or the fool who approaches the old horse without thought, or beast without thought? Which we bought it, and then when we kill him, he drops one. So it's like, we have two.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem that great. But to be fair, Patches has been kicking us into holes for 3 games now, so
at least 3. Yeah.
Well, technically,
yeah, I know.
I mean, there's been a Patches in almost all From Software games. Like you have,
straight up, isn't it? What is he called? I don't remember. Because there's Demon Souls, there's Patches.
Yep, Patches in Dark Souls 1, Patches the hyena, and then Patches in number 2, and then Dark Souls 1, and then there's Pate in number 2, and then in Bloodborne, Patches is there, but he's a spider Patches, which he's a man with a spider head, or he's a spider with man head.
Aren't you glad?
And then
I see you've made.
Should have just been a giant boot.
Thinking that was
Yeah. And then in this. So
Find anything you like. Oh, you could. What's happened?
And then this is the Nor chopping him down.
yep.
Now it's my turn.
And then he heals, which is lame.
Nobody can crack
It happens. Goes again.
How?
I wonder if they have a limit on Estus like we do. I assume so, but I wonder what it is.
I'm not sure actually. I wonder that myself sometimes as
Right.
far as that goes with NPC stuff, because it's unless you test it, they don't just give that information out.
No.
Like FromSoft doesn't. They're not that sort of game. But yeah, that's
Your
that kick, and then he did the multiple step,
skill,
which I actually was able to get out of the way of for some reason.
For 2 of them, not the 3, yeah.
Yeah,
Because it's one of those ones with the spear where you can extend it like R2.
because you're a dick, Patches.
And we got his ashes, which was and then I was like, hey, there was something else.
Yep, the winged spear and another horsehoof ring.
Yep.
Are you noticing how many 500 soul rings there are in this game? They're
are a lot of rings.
mostly like super gimmicky if you want to use them, but like if you like using. Now, I don't think you yourself would ever use the horsehoof ring, because that would mean that you would need to kick all the time.
Yeah. Depending on what it does, because you end up accidentally kicking so many goddamn times, it might be worth it. You never know.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I'm not really, not 100% certain on that.
Yeah. We didn't do any screwing around to check to see if it breaks them easier or longer or whatever.
Yeah, so this broad is basically just telling us that even though she's blind, she knows that we're going around killing people.
Is she blind?
Yeah, she's wearing the wrapping
Oh, that could be. Yeah.
on her face or
It's just
on
to
her
throw you
eyes.
off.
Yeah, it's very possible she's actually going around. Well, because here's the thing: is she goes around and finds all this random crap. That,
Yeah.
like think about it. In a couple episodes, we we always find all this different gear that's spread out all the way around, like
boss gear
yeah,
and stuff.
like Wolnir's crown and things like that, which are way the hell away from this place. Yet this supposedly blind old lady, she's actually like the Witch of Izalith in human
Probably.
form, and she's like, yeah, I'm just BA. I'm just gonna get all their stuff. So yeah,
Which
the Morn set. You were
I was
really
just going
cool
to talk
for,
about that. Yeah.
for 5 seconds.
Yeah, it's like I remember when he got this. Like, yeah, this is gonna be my new set, and then just wait for like an episode.
Yeah.
2. I guess it's 2. We got this post-com and then next post-com.
Yeah. But yeah, it's kind of silly. I really have had far too much of that. I'm terrible with that stuff.
Fashion Souls, man.
Yeah,
They have a lot of cool sets and a lot of different ones on this game.
See, this is the problem though. I did the same exact thing in Dark Souls 2, where I never landed on something that for like a playthrough that I looked the same way throughout most of the playthrough. Because in like Dark Souls 1, I found I did the Elite Knight gear, and then I did Black Iron set, and then once I got Black Iron, I rocked that through the whole. Like, that character only uses the Black Iron set.
Right.
And then most of my other characters end up somehow magically with the Black Iron set. Oh, yes. So this was kind of an interesting thing that Steve-O found.
We bought the Katarina armor to come back.
Oh, yeah.
and drop it off to him.
Yep, it's true.
Yeah.
Just because I'm still unsure of how his armor...
Helps him get out of the hole. Yeah, I'm hoping that there's like an underground labyrinth, and he's like, I can't go through this labyrinth without
Or
my
it's
armor.
just weird, like, cultural Japanese stuff, and it's just, like, never going to make sense to us.
Oh yeah, he's like, I can't climb out naked. That's just
Yeah.
rude. I still don't understand how he got knocked down there with his armor off. Why did he take it off?
Yeah, I don't really know. Maybe he was camping. Like he was resting.
Yeah. He can't rest in heavy armor.
And then like Patches got him at the last minute. It almost sounded like it dropped
hit
on
him.
him. Yeah. Which I don't see how you wouldn't hit him because he's in a hole.
Right.
With my trusty suit of armor, I'll be out of here in a jiffy.
Really?
Apparently there's no water down there because I hear no splashes.
Comrade,
Yeah.
No need to worry about me. With my trusty suit of armor, I'll be up until...
Oh, Sigurd, you lovable fool.
Yeah, I do love me some Siegbro, like in all of his forms, really, and Sieglund as well. Although, to be fair, Sieglund may very well be the most BA character in all of Dark Souls lore.
Jesus.
Like it is better than your character, better than everybody else, because
Oh, it's old King Doran. I see.
better than old King Doran.
Oh, Jesus.
Because Sieglund is from a storyline that's a little bit hard to get, but you find that we
I think we were debating on bonfires there.
yeah, because which one to go
Oh
to?
yeah, because we're headed to Henri and Horace that I had found off camera again, and I was trying to tell you.
Oh,
how to get there.
I get killed so bad here. Remember by all the skeletons because I ran across the bridge and then I got freaking wrecked.
Because we tried to go at it backwards first, like, yeah, we're not going to do that again.
Yeah, but anyways, as far as characters like normal characters in the Dark Souls lore go, Sieglund is like Siegmeyer or Sigurd or anything like that, who comes to Lurgran in the first game to like find her father, to let her father know that his wife, her mother, had died. And she goes through all this stuff, goes through all the different places of she goes all the way to the archive, Seath's archive. She goes all the way down to the Ash Lake, all these different places, and you come to find out that she is actually not even undead.
Really?
She goes through all these places and doesn't die a single freaking time.
Holy balls.
You know what I
She's
mean?
invisible.
She's like, she's in big giant onion armor.
I don't care. She's invisible.
Yeah.
Invisible onion armor.
Yeah, she's just bad as hell. Like as far as a character goes, like
Yeah, it sounds like it.
yeah, I just keep getting wrecked here. Like
I don't know why.
Like
There's too many.
The first time I did all right,
You did really well the first time. I couldn't believe it.
but I think I got sidetracked here by the fact that Henri was at my back.
Yeah, and it was like, I don't know how far to go, and I don't want her to get hit. Yeah. It's just an unfortunate situation.
And that
Yeah,
I'm
she's
hoping
right there.
I'm hoping the Black Iron set has more poise, because like I feel like that's with these multiple fast enemies like this, I like get to swinging, or I try to swing and I get
knocked out of it.
I get knocked out of every freaking
That's
time.
because you have to use a sword that takes forever to swing.
Yeah, but I just
No, I agree. We have like no poise.
Yeah, it's even in that set. That was a freaking Morn set, and I thought it was gonna be. But maybe you just have to be fat rolling.
It was only his chest piece to be fair. I think we used other things to keep us below our 70.
Yeah, although I am gonna have to learn now for I don't know whatever reason to like.
To not roll.
Yeah, because that's killing me.
And then I'm gonna go back to, and you're gonna watch me roll and roll and roll and then die.
Although,
and you're gonna try to roll. And
to be fair, we did just give away the fact that we found the Black Iron set.
yeah, I thought about that earlier, but I was like, well, it's post-com.
Yeah.
We've done other episodes. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's gonna happen, folks. There's things that we might leak in this episode, but it'll just be an episode or two away. It'll be 2 episodes away, and then further.
Yep.
But yeah, nothing too crazy, hopefully. So yeah.
So yeah, then I'm like, well, I'm gonna go at it the other way.
Yeah, the smart way, and then nothing happens.
Yeah.
And that was actually a trigger that we figured out, is as long as you don't get near or touch the bridge,
Yep.
the skeletons don't spawn. Those first 2 do.
Yeah.
But they always spawn. But like as far as the rest of them, they don't spawn at all.
To be fair, I think I get run over by the corpse ball. So
Yeah, that's true.
we both did stupid stuff.
Lordy, that's gonna happen through a like freaking 80 episode playthrough of a Dark Souls.
Oh yeah, and then I went to the wrong bonfire first. I was like, I thought it was this. And I was like, no, I know that this isn't this one now.
Yeah, but I do like the Morn set. It is very cool. I may end up still end up using it from time to time, but I just Tarkus.
But he's not even in this one.
Which, yeah, that is. Ooh.
Well, that we know of. So
Don't get me started on that. No, he's dead. He died in Dark Souls 1, so.
When has that mattered?
All the time?
You find the souls of the old ones in New Game
Yeah,
Plus on 2.
But he's not an
And you
old
find-
one. He's just a regular old dude.
No, don't you find Tarkus and he's like melded with a spider?
No.
Into?
You're thinking of melded with. Tarkus melded with a spider. Are you talking about Dukes de Freya?
No, the NPC outside of Dukes de Freya. Well, not that one, but outside of Scorpionus Nachka, I want to say. He gives you the whatever ring.
That's freaking Man Scorpion Tark.
That sounds pretty damn close.
It sounds close, but there's a lot of.
And I could have swore when we were doing our I don't want to say what I'm thinking of. Our trio. There we go with Henry.
You were trying to say you were thinking of three.
I was like, I'm not going to say that. Like, I'm not going to say that.
Lordy.
Because I would swear that I remember you saying, yeah, I think that's supposed to be him.
I think it is as well because the body of Tarkus is not that far from technically like Dukes de or from not Dukes de Freya, but from the archives in Dark Souls 1, but it's still a little ways. It's
So
still
he
a stretch.
could be. Maybe not.
Maybe Tarkus wasn't actually dead. Maybe his spine was broken from the fall.
Yeah.
And then he's like Seath came along and sawed his body in half.
Have you seen Horus anywhere?
No.
Oh yes, I see. I've searched high and low with no luck. Perhaps he's left the catacombs. Oh, Horus, where have you run off to?
Which technically, at this point, you haven't seen Horus.
Yeah.
Where have you
It's very
run
true.
off to? Have you abandoned me? No. What a horrible thought.
Which what I find weird is
Oh, Horus, have you abandoned?
you can only say nothing, and then when you actually find Horus and then come back, she was already gone.
Yeah.
And I was like, that just seems super weird to me. But I don't know. Maybe if you find him first and talk to her, there's a different option.
Yeah, I don't really know. That's the thing is the triggers in these games are so, for like how NPC interactions are gonna go are so strange.
Well, it was totally random chance that I found Sigbro. That was just from a farming run.
Yeah.
I walked by the thing and the frickin' well started talking to me.
Oh yeah, this is where you were talking about trying to go down the ladder.
Yeah, I was like, I think it's closer going down the ladder. It was like, no, well, you're right there next to the bonfire. And I was totally blanking on the bonfire. I was literally just is right outside where I needed to go.
Yeah.
That being said, this, I don't know, you don't have to go through the loading screen this way, so
Yeah.
maybe it's about this. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
it's
was
very
I was
possible.
stupid. I totally would have done the bonfire had I remembered where it popped me or where the bonfire was at.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where I got the black blade. It was the mimic right up on that.
Yep, up to the left.
Yep. If anyone was confused on which one I was talking about, because we've probably missed several chests, and they're like, "Which one are you talking about?"
Yeah.
The first chest you missed that was like
See,
10 feet in front of you?
Here's the problem, though, is that we're going to start talking about the things that we've missed, and they're going to be like, what things have you actually found?
Yeah.
Like, at this point. Although, to be fair, with a blind run of this game, now, granted, I haven't watched some other people's
Play it,
blind
yeah.
runs, like, say, for instance, like Epic Name Bro.
Oh, God.
Because I feel like he's going to slap the piss out of us as far as, like, that goes,
I
but
think so. Oh, yeah.
he's a pro.
Yeah, look at me eat these arrows.
That's pretty funny, but yeah, it's kind of an interesting little McDealio.
And we knew there had to be something in this big cave. Because we went in there and we're like, why is it empty?
First time we came through here, we're talking about it, and we're like, what the hell, man? Like, why is this? There's got to be something more going on here.
And when it was one of the first places I actually looked for, because when we talked to her, when we found Henri earlier in that level, and she was like, see you later or whatever, she was going to look for Horus and leave stones. This was like one of the first places I thought of. So I'm like, there has to be something here. So this is one of the first places I checked for Horus. Well, for them, and I ended up finding Mr. Horus.
We actually originally when we came here, because we were just taking a look at him.
Yeah.
And we noticed that his weapon is out, his shield is out, but we were like, okay, well maybe we'll try to talk to him. But
Yeah,
then
because I was on the controls.
and
You were like, God dang it, Steve.
Yeah.
You're just going to play nice with him, aren't you? And I didn't get the chance.
yeah, it's true because he
I probably-
is pissed off.
Which I don't see how that hit me, but it didn't matter.
Yeah, I don't really
And
know.
of course, he's got the freaking iframes getting up.
Mm-hmm.
He got off a jab. I got off a heel. And I don't remember throwing the Kukri, but clearly I did.
Yeah.
And then he died.
I think
Long
you were talking about like wanting to try to do that because he had switched over to two-handed,
It could be.
which is
I
the
don't remember.
Llewellyn shield,
Oh, yeah.
which we found
I think it
here.
was like, no, that's not the one I'm thinking of. Never mind.
So it's kind of interesting, but it's not very good.
Yeah, no, it's not. I think even the description, it says that it has like good damage absorption. It's like, no.
Yeah. Metal shield crafted by the Great Smith, fashioned from rare gay steel. It excels at various types of damage absorption.
It's like,
which makes
no?
no
And
sense.
we're like, no, it doesn't.
It doesn't. Those are all like
60s and then lighting is 40.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, one under has better everything. I don't.
Oh God.
Nothing about that is right.
No, and it's just a small, terrible shield. I can see why he instantly turned over to two-handed axe.
Yeah.
Because at that point, I would not even try to use a shield.
No, that was. Yeah. That shield is not a shield you use.
Yeah, it's just not.
That's one you put in your item box and be like, yeah, I have it.
Yeah, and just trying to for like 100% runs or something like that.
Like
But-
just for lore, honestly, and there wasn't really any on that.
Other than the attack, other than the kind of section that basically ties it into Dark Souls 2, which is the whole gay steel. Point, which was a certain metal that they talked about in Dark Souls 2, that certain weapons and.
You guys want to watch me get eaten or eat another arrow? Alright, yeah. Technically, I ate the AoE though, not the
That's true.
not the arrow. That time.
Yeah,
Which is good because that arrow's bigger than my body.
it's very true. It's terrible. But yeah, we I think we're getting ready to try to go over and
Yeah, we go back to the demon ruins and finish that off. I think.
Yeah.
No, we go back to Henri, and she's not there.
uh-huh.
And then we go back to the ruins.
So
And I was
again,
like, no.
this was
There you
kind of weird because Henri was just asking for just if we had seen Horus, so we don't even have an option to like.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking if you find Horus
unless
first.
maybe we ran away.
We ran away. Oh, like during the middle of the talk? I don't think so.
No. I'm just saying, if we walked up to Horus and
Oh,
we
and ran away?
got him to like trigger, but then we ran away, like, and then went back to Henri. I wonder if that would have
Had a
been
different dialogue option.
yeah, or
Could
if there
be.
would have been something that would have triggered. I don't know. It's just a thought.
Yeah, it very well could be. Yeah, like you said, the triggers on this are just honestly, without looking them up, they're too ambiguous
Yeah.
to really know.
Yeah, it's one of those things I'm not like. I don't know. A lot of it I think we figure out just because of the fact that it fits within like Dark Souls sort of. I don't know.
Mechanics.
Yeah, I mean, because we kind of know from other games like how some of this stuff plays out, but yeah, as far as like I don't know, especially when some of these NPC quests are so long.
Yeah.
Like, there's like so many different like levels to most of them. Like if you think about it, Henri we met back in Road of Sacrifices, or Road of Sacrifices, or Road of Sacrifices. Anyways, it was. So let's see. We met her there. Then we met her in the catacombs earlier on. No, then we were her at the
Cathedral of the Deep, which we summoned her for, not Horus.
Yep.
Which who knows if that had anything. And then after we beat them, because we had been back Nexus a few times, that I'm guessing is the trigger for them to be in the Nexus, or not the Nexus. Well, I'm gonna call it the Nexus. It's Firelink Shrine. Yeah.
But this is the Prism Stone that we saw.
Yeah. She was just gone after we killed Horus, which I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I know she said she would leave Prism Stones on her path, but I don't know. I guess it just to me, it just screamed, "Oh well, she's dead." But yeah, and then, but yeah, we talked to her there, and then we found her because her dialogue was like, we got to the cathedral and Aldrich wasn't there. He something about, I want to say she said something about Irithyll, and then it's like said to be past Fair and Keep.
Yeah.
Which I was thinking, it's got to be the catacombs because that's that's as far as we'd been, and that's past Fair and Keep. I wonder if she's there. And we ran back through. We found her, and then she like, "Hey, where's Horace?" And then she moved to here, and we found her again. And then we find her again later to give away a little bit of a spoiler, but I'm not going to tell you where.
So yeah, exactly. So that's the thing is, we're looking at 5 to 6 points there.
And frickin' Siegbro, we found he had his conundrum with the elevator. And then we killed the demon with him. And then he was just gone.
Yeah.
Until we had, I think we had already beaten Cathedral of the Deep.
Yeah.
And then I had come back for a farming run because I didn't want to go through here in case it triggered some more Henri stuff. And I went back there and he was in the well. And I'm like, that's random.
Yeah,
how many times
random.
do we run by that well with as many frickin' trips back to the cleansing chapel we had to make because it was like a central shortcut point.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the hell the trigger was for that.
I'm not really sure. That's the thing is there's quite a few different.
Yeah.
I don't know, different things to it, but like I say, so you're looking at with some of these NPC like sort of points that you're looking at. I don't know, 5 or 6, possibly more. The one that I am noticing that we still aren't really kind of pushing forward at all is Yuria. Yeah, we were a little bit confused here of where we're supposed to go, and then then we figured it out pretty quickly.
Yeah. Well,
But,
you say that, but she was talking about Henri. I feel like when we push forward with Henri, we're pushing forward with Yuria.
Yeah, I do too, except for the fact that like she seems almost, although like I don't know, I feel like we
Nice.
with Forrest being that's pretty good.
Yeah, I would have thought Horace being dead would have triggered something new. And I think it's the next episode we talked to her and there was nothing new. It was somewhat strange.
Yeah, but it's just one of those things you.
Though, I mean, admittedly, we have always guessed that Horace is the one because she had dialogue or whatever that her friend goes with her, but I don't
Maybe
know.
it's somebody stalking.
Yeah, like because
Henri.
that was my thought. I'm like, we killed him and she does have nothing. That to me could suggest that it wasn't him, that it was someone else.
But it also could be just an oversight, like
It could be.
We were stating in another episode that sometimes with these, at the end of the day, these are just games, and they're made by people who are just humans.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where it might just be oversights that we're just not spotting, or that people aren't figuring out in the quality spot checks or whatever. But there are a lot of different little options, a lot of little different things here. But yeah, we were kind of in a weird conundrum here, trying to figure out exactly which place to
where
go.
the hell did we need? Yeah, because it's like, cause I think the episode before this we left off like literally just after some combat in a different place. I was like, well, I want to run through and look for Henri, so it's just, well, we have to find that place again now.
Yeah.
I was like, and we did pretty quickly. I'm pretty sure it was, I think it's this bonfire and then like a 2-minute run or something like that, and we're back there.
Yeah. Because it's just that little drop down that there's. It's that one room where there's all the statues with the Taurus demons, stray demons, and then there's like a bunch of these dudes in the floating fireballs, which are definitely a pain.
Which is so weird. It seems like when you were far, well, we'll see it later, but like the farther away you are when they trigger, they fired faster than when you were up close.
Yeah.
Which was like, I didn't get in any way. It was like, Heroes Me was like, maybe? No. Maybe? No.
Yeah.
But we found we do. Well, you'll see. You'll see.
We have found a decent amount so far through this playthrough, like as far as
It's because we're like, hit every wall. I'm sure we've missed more than we found.
Oh, I'm sure that we have, but at the same time, it's not like we haven't found any.
And I forgot about that floating fire.
Yeah.
Which is pretty obvious now.
like we originally thought when we started the playthrough. We were like, yeah, we're gonna miss every single illusory wall and miss every single dialogue from NPCs and stuff. And I feel like we've actually done pretty decent.
I'm still impressed with how many NPC stuff we have. Admittedly, I don't know how much we have missed,
Or how much of it is done in a certain, in like say maybe the most canon form,
Yeah,
which is
yeah,
like
yeah.
the best form. But I still feel like it's
Yeah, I feel like we probably took a different. If there's several paths to the NPC quest line, I feel like we probably took the worst.
yeah. For most of them, yeah.
Yeah,
Because we're like, hey,
that.
here you go. Here's an evil book.
Yeah.
Hey, here you go. Here's an evil thing.
Yes.
And it's like at
It'll be
every
fine.
turn, and we're like, hey, can you research this horrible evil demon thing that we want that might control your or like corrupt your mind?
It'll be fine. I need it. I'm a hero. I
Yeah.
do it. I do it because I say so.
Yeah. Like I'm gonna go kill a bunch of monsters for everybody and make the land more safe. So
Yeah.
just
Yeah, you can do this little thing for me.
yeah, exactly. It might corrupt you and make people kidnap you and do horrible things, and I might have to kill you later. But still, just do it.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It's for the greater good. Ish, maybe. Kind of. I don't know. I'm not convinced with the way the world always turns out if linking the flames is the best idea.
I honestly don't think that it is, because it's at best we know that at best the linking the flame option is a short-term boon to
Right.
to the land. We know that it allows
Band-Aid.
yeah we know that it allows it to everything to kind of move forward for a time, but we know that it never fixes anything for certain, and everything always ends up like this.
So I'm like, yeah. Because I don't remember if it was this episode or later on, you're like, I don't remember what we were talking about. Like, how am I not the hero? And I was like, that's immediately what popped into my head. I was like, nothing ever seems to really get fixed. How are you a hero?
Well, and here's the thing, is because of the way that Dark Souls 1 and even Dark Souls 2, once you add in the DLC, is involved, you don't technically have to be the hero. And,
I would.
but here's the thing is technically, because that's what I always love, they always call you the chosen undead,
Yeah.
or the chosen unkindled ash, or different things like that. Basically, if you don't do it, somebody else is going to come along and do it after you, because the story is going to push forward. It just isn't going to be technically your character that finishes it in a way that is meaningful. And it's all going to start all over again. So that's what I kind of love about their storylines, is the fact that it's like, yeah, you could be the one, you could be the hero that changes everything, but it kind of won't.
Yeah,
But
it doesn't actually change anything. It just moves. It just moves it forward.
it's like decisions that aren't that make you think they matter, but they don't in the end.
There we go.
Backstab.
Makes me feel good.
Oh lordy. Yeah, these guys. That attack was like way the hell off. It seemed like to me. Like looking at it now, and it was like 4 feet away from hitting you.
And thankfully, those were the ones he put up, so it went away. Because I was rolling into a sword, apparently, that I could not get by. Man, that scream when they put out the fire.
It's super weird. It's like a baby mixed with a cat.
Yeah,
Like,
that's fair. Yeah.
that's the thing that it's like a baby cry, but it's got that sort of like a hungry cat or something. I don't know. That's my best explanation.
No, yeah, that's more than fair, man. I like it. I like that description.
Oh lordy.
Yeah, these guys took me a minute to deal with. They're dicks.
Yeah, they really kind of are.
Didn't take a fireball in the end, but that's alright. Got some large shards.
Which is always good.
Oh, yeah. And we still have at this point, we still had a bow to upgrade, so it worked out. And then my black blade, which I am going to be using at some point.
And I'm sure some other weapons, because I would still
probably.
like honestly, although I think it's Twinkling Titanite. Like I would like to upgrade the Irithyll straight sword,
Oh yeah, I think that was it Twinkling or Scale? It might have been Titanite Scale.
I
think
think
we
would suck
looked.
if it was, but
Yeah.
I want to do the Abyss Watcher sword because Artorias.
That is Scale. That is Titanite Scale.
Oh yeah,
I remember
no, that for certain. Yeah, these things do not take any freaking damage, like at all.
No, I'm guessing maybe Magic. I don't know.
Or
Maybe.
Frost.
Or Frost, maybe. Yeah.
If you have cold damage on your weapon or something like that.
Bone Shard. I was like, die.
Yeah, because we were noticing these things have glowing eyes. At least the
think one
Asylum
did, yeah.
demons do. No, all the Asylums all the Asylum. Yeah, if you look up, you can see it's got red. It's not really glowing,
I was
but
gonna say,
it's just
I think it's a lighting effect.
it's very realistic, like red eyes. It's basically just the model, like a high definition model of that they had in the first game.
And I was like, maybe they hid something back. Honestly, I was kind of convinced that they would, and then I was like, there wouldn't be any reason for it to be on the side. Well, I'm already here anyway. I swear I went back and hit it. I guess not.
I'm still confused as to why
Wouldn't be any point, but I did it anyway.
these demon statues are here.
Yeah, I have no idea. And I was like, well, that's a drop, but you can see a path on the left over there. So I'm like,
There's a hole, and again that weird giant spider thing. I'm not. It's like a dead spider. I don't really know. But we never really. There wasn't really any spider things that we found.
No,
which
didn't.
I kept wondering, but
Because we got lore on. Wasn't the witch? Was that the pyromancy tome of Izalith back there that we picked up?
oh god, you know what? I just made the connection. My lord, Steve, you're right. Because think about it. You have Quelaag and then Quelana, which are both, or the fair maiden or fair lady.
My Fair Lady.
Well, I know was Engi always called her our fair lady.
There you go.
But yeah, basically, that actually, god dang, I don't know why I didn't put two and two together the first time.
I honestly wondered about that when you were talking about it the first time through. I was like, you know the lore on one so much better. I'm like, I'm not going to question you when it comes to that.
I didn't.
And you were like, no, we have to find a female pyromancer and stuff down here because she's got it. I'm like, isn't it just the dead spider?
No, I'm sure there's. I'm almost 100% positive there's still going to be a female pyromancer down here. I'm just saying this. It actually makes a lot more sense why the book is here in front of this big giant spider demon because of the fact that the connection there. You know what, folks? I may edit all this out and then make you think that I'm a lot smarter than I actually am.
Oh, come on.
No, we've had to re-record this once already. So no.
In fact, if we have to do it again, it's just going to end up, hey, NPC stuff, fast forward.
Yeah. Either that or I'm just going to be like, hey, guys, no.
Yeah. Because, I thought that, because it was literally Quelaag Pyromancy Tome.
Which is...
And you're like, and then you just completely glanced over the fact there's a giant dead spider, and I was like, I don't understand.
How did I gloss over that? So, a pyromancy tome of Quelana containing her unique spells. These pyromancies can only be taught by a female master. Give to a female pyromancer master to learn Quelana's pyromancies.
Quelana, the sole surviving witch of Izalith, once accepted a human pupil, but after the pupil moved on, she never took another, which you went on about as well.
Yeah, so the thing that I'm kind of... That point of contention there is the fact that it's basically... I think that's what happened is I got distracted by this and started talking about the this lore point because basically what it is although it says she only ever took on one pupil, technically that's not true because the fact that if our character is canon in the Dark Souls universe, she did take us on as a pupil if you get your pyromancy up to a plus 10. In Dark Souls 1, because her original pupil is King Xanthos Jeremiah, and you eventually find him later on. He's also known as Master Salaman, the Pyromancer. But again, it depends on what they take as canon, you know what I mean? Because they could mean that basically Master Salaman was the only pupil because our character wasn't maybe a true pupil or something, or like I say, or maybe it wasn't canon because of the fact that not everybody found her.
Did it? Yeah.
So I'm not really sure what they're trying to get at there. But this place is riddled with illusory walls.
Yeah. That one I remember we found because we literally down that one path we looked and there was a way in from the
Yeah.
left, and then we got in there and there was nothing, and I was like, no, something.
It's
They're
gotta
like,
be
let's
something.
get everything. Honestly, in down here, that's how we figured out several of them.
Yeah, 'cause
was
you-
just
'cause you-
looking, not guessing.
Yeah, if you pay attention, you're like, this should connect to something. You know what I mean? Like the way it does. So because most of these walls look the same, but
Oh, yeah.
the illusory walls look almost exactly the same as most of the walls here. Although we do just take a
Oh
swing.
yeah, we do absolutely just in case. But I
But-
was like, hey, look, 1,000 rats.
Yeah, exactly.
Which ends up being no, I'm thinking of the basilisk one. Never mind.
Yeah.
Which you'll see in a minute.
Yeah.
Which that was another one we looked at, and we fired an arrow, and there's a double illusory wall, which
Yes.
never would have thought of coming from the right way.
No, exactly. And again, it's one of those things that it's something that they did in Dark Souls 1 when you went and go down to the Great Hollow, and it's just
God,
like
yeah.
the first illusory wall, and then you're like, oh yeah, I figured out the secret, and then
You just move on.
very few people I think would. Although, for whatever reason, it makes us more paranoid. Like
Yeah.
when we find one, we start hitting walls even more for a little bit. For
I think everybody
like
does
the
that,
next
honestly.
20 minutes. Yeah, maybe, Steve. Maybe we're just a little more OCD.
It could be, but
Didn't-
I don't know. I feel like when you find one, you're more
You're like, oh,
cognizant of all of them, and you're like,
Yeah.
maybe there's one over here, maybe there's one over here.
But so yeah, it's kind of an interesting little point there. But let's see. I think we're getting ready to go down here and have some fun.
Yeah, because I was like,
Yeah.
is that another rolling quartz ball? It's like, oh no, it's just.
Because from the angle you were looking at, it looks like something that could like break through there and fall, but no. And then you guys can hear in the audio,
Clicking.
the frog clicking noise thing.
Which Benor pointed out to me when I was playing too, because I didn't. And I was like, yep, right there's the eye.
Yep, you can see it poking around that corner. So it is hidden.
God dang
But that's what I love about the Souls games is if you pay attention, and if you're not just like randomly running around doing crap, like you pretty much do in most video games. You just run around just hacking, slashing like your way through stuff.
That was cool.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. You went up,
It sucked,
you went
but
low,
yeah,
and
it was cool.
It went high, but which I feel like is part of why I love the Souls game so much is because it's kind of like
Rewards paranoia.
yeah, a little bit, but not just paranoia, but like focus and and like detail oriented gameplay, which very few games actually do anymore nowadays. Like I feel like most games are just like you just are trying to get through it in what are 6 hours that freaking most modern day games take. Like
Yeah, it's like I just want the next high resolution cutscene that looks amazing.
yeah.
That's all I'm looking for story purposes. But yeah, this one you're right. It focuses a lot on the details and on the player's ability to discern details and being inquisitive, looking for other routes to bypass ambushes, reading lore on different items, and putting together their own version of reality.
Well, because that's the thing is because think about it. If we never thought of the connection between Egon and the nun, we would never found out about like that last ditch sort of thing where you touch her and then she asks you to kill her.
Yeah, which to be fair,
I know you still it's still a point of contention with you.
I still have serious issues with it. I mean, I like your explanation where it's like it's the magic infused with the armor that she recognized. I'm like, for whatever reason, my brain can't buy it. I'm like, I know it's a video game, and I accept that. That just seems like a dumb trigger.
It's what it is that sometimes this will happen, and that's why magic is not always a great like
answer.
Yeah, answer. You can't just be like, oh, magic.
Yeah.
And like because what ends up happening with a lot of people, honestly, it's not. Yeah, because this was the one.
Yeah, but we looked at it. And it's like, well, you can't fall, or it's like you can fall to it, but. We were just up there. We didn't find it, so we're like, well, there's not one down here for stairs leading up. We're like, I wonder. And I was like, Bo.
Yep.
Pop.
And there we are.
And we're like, yep.
And then we run up here, and we're like, wait a minute.
Yeah, and then we can't find it. We're like, I don't understand.
We're like, what the heck is going on here?
I was like, oh yeah, there's an item back here I want to grab real quick.
But But I think that's really with any game like this, any sort of when you're not doing like historical fiction or something like that, or just not even historical fiction, but just like modern based stuff or historical based stuff. It's really the point of like basically that suspension of disbelief, where you're like, if you can get people to buy into the premise of something, you're fine. But if you can't, then it's like you're kind of it's weird because everybody is different.
I think that must have been one of the only ones we didn't hit our first time up here. But yeah, I never would have thought to hit the wall behind the chest. I would have found the chest and been like, that's it.
But again, this way you could probably go through and probably drop and run past most of the lizards if you wanted to.
But we do
and
that
then there's
later after I get wrecked. Well, you say run past, you kill all of them.
Then there's there's the item down here that you couldn't get to otherwise, which is the Izalith staff.
Oh, I forgot about that actually.
Which is kind of an interesting point. So it's kind of interesting. DD
BC. Scales with everything.
Yeah, it does have a scaling with everything, which is kind of rare. As far as that goes, like I don't know. Interesting. Ancient catalyst of the Witch of Izalith and her daughters, used long before the dawn of chaos and of pyromancy.
With the birth of the Chaos Flame, the Flame Witches were at once both sorcerers and shamans. Faith adjusts the power of sorceries cast using this catalyst, and the staff also seems to boost the power of dark sorceries. It's got the steady chant skill.
Which is kind of interesting. So yeah, the Izalith staff was kind of another interesting lore point because, technically, originally, they were known as flame sorceresses and not actually, they weren't pyromancers because this was before Quelana, which we just found. Quelana, she created pyromancy, which in the first game was there was no scaling because it was based on just simply the strength of the fire alone.
Right.
Which is what made it a very viable option for a level 1 build in Dark Souls 1. But the thing that I'm thinking of now, now that they changed it, pyromancies to an intelligence / faith build, basically. I so thought this wall was.
But we had just found like 3 or 4.
But as far as that goes, is I think why they did that is because, again, we're in this point where people do not believe or have just forgotten about some of the old deities, and then so not only do you have to have the knowledge of these old deities, and you have to have the knowledge to, like, say, read these old scripts and things like that, but then you also have to have a certain level of faith
to believe in them.
Yeah, to believe on it. So it actually makes a certain amount of sense of why.
Watch closely up here, folks.
Yeah.
It's just some stairs.
This imposter.
Hey, is there... No, I guess not. Well, let's go down the stairs to the lava. Giant sword! I freaked out so hard right there because I didn't see anything but the sword.
You freaked the hell out.
I did.
He matches in with the armor, or with the stonework so well.
I was so off my game here. It wasn't even funny.
But this turd, freaking
Night Slayer Sorg, I think is what it was.
Sorg.
Yeah.
He's basically wielding the Fume Knight Ultra Great Sword from which.
Thanks.
Which is
and your awesome armor.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Everybody should know that I have a weird thing with the Black Iron set from Dark Souls 1. Like there's something about it I don't understand. I really don't. But yeah, so we're back in Smoldering Lake. I'm gonna have to do that run again because Steve-O died.
I did. Dude, man, I was so freaked out. My heart was racing, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
Yeah, it was a little bit shocking because it was like it was so random. Like I wasn't.
Yeah, I didn't see him at all.
I didn't either. Like I think we were moving the camera around too much because even here and watching it in post-com.
Well, he was hidden behind our body when we were running down there, and then his sword was sticking out above. But again, it blended right in with the stone.
Yeah, so it's like it really did make for a good ambush.
Oh yeah. Because he must have triggered like when I looked down there and then turned around to look for hidden walls and then was running down and like, yeah, wow, I shit the bed on that one, guys.
Yeah, lordy.
That one caught me way off guard.
But yeah, I'm gonna go back down there and see if I can handle them
Oh yeah,
just a little bit with my Claymore.
indeed.
Claymore. Although it's kind of a weird thing because like in that game, because by the way, folks, we are talking about doing a playthrough of Salt and Sanctuary at some point in the future because it's on Steam now.
Oh yeah.
And we were thinking about possibly doing a playthrough of that either on Steam or on PS4 if we get a PS4 for Bloodborne.
Yep.
But what it is we've been talking about it, but one of the weird points that I know it's just an oddball thing, but the way they spell Claymore or they pronounce Claymore in Salt and Sanctuary is actually Kuremor, which is actually the way that Japanese people would actually pronounce the word Claymore. So it's like a weird little. I don't want to say racist. It's not racist, but it almost sounds like it because it's just like you're just making fun of the way, the accent of the way people are saying stuff. But again, yeah, it's just an odd point of contention that I've noticed there. Some people find it funny. Some people find it racist. I don't really know. I don't really find it racist. I just kind of chuckle at it. It does just make me chuckle. Well, I think did I kill both of these guys? Or didn't I think I just eventually started.
I think eventually you just run away.
Yeah.
No, I honestly don't remember. Yeah, I said that and I'm like, actually, I think you end up killing both of them. But no, I think you end up running away.
Because I keep getting blasted. Because
yeah, we see how much faster that is.
They're shooting.
Because at one point I thought maybe there was like two of them and the one was just going through the other one to make it look like more, but looking at it right there, that's not the case.
No, it's just
one
shooting.
Of them is shooting like super rapid.
Because the other one's basically blocked by. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Yeah. In just several seconds. Yeah, I'm just trying to frantically search for this.
Not there. Oh, here it is.
Yep, and then the drop. Heal, and then the drop.
Yep.
And then the rats. Which, honestly, I should have. If I would have been on the ball a little bit more, I would have been able to catch the dropping attack, or plunging attack. But
yeah, running away from flame balls, it's fair.
Dropping into a pit of rats, yeah, I didn't. I didn't get it all.
Yeah, it happens. And then luckily these stayed away, so it was just a short trip to the basilisks here. And then we were back at Mr.
This is actually two of the basilisks, so.
Yep, and then you failed that really hard.
God, super hard.
Like, I didn't need to do that. It worked out.
Yeah.
Because we haven't been it was petrified in 2. We haven't been cursed in this one yet, so we don't know what it does.
Yeah, I don't know, because I'm deathly afraid of it ever since in Dark Souls 1 when it's insta-death.
Yeah.
Because in Dark Souls 2, it basically meant nothing.
Well, you died, but yeah, it didn't have lasting effects.
Oh, Curse in Dark Souls 2, you didn't die instantly.
Oh, I'm sorry, Curse, no. When you got petrified, you died.
Are you sure when the bar filled up, you died immediately?
Yeah, you turned to stone and you died. You're thinking of like the cursed pots, that it affected your hollowing and it kept going down. But yeah, I'm pretty certain.
You know, part of it may be is that I think, honestly, I don't think I got petrified entirely in Dark Souls 1 or Dark Souls 2 because I was so freaked out. Because I was basically doing this, whereas like I would die regularly just to make sure that I didn't get petrified.
I understand, and I may be remembering wrong, but I was pretty sure that curse and petrification were different. The basilisk could petrify you, which you did turn to stone and you went back to the bonfire, which wasn't a big deal, except you just died. It wasn't near as bad as freaking 1.
Yeah,
but no, the cursed pots, once the bar showed up, you just went to another level of power.
Because curse in 1, basically you died, you're at half health, and there's only 2 ways to get that back, which is purging stone, and then you could do the whole curse thing, the curse fix in freaking New Londo, but honestly, that is a freaking long stretch.
I actually, when me and D-Rex were playing through it to go to the DLC, I made us grind out enough souls to get a purging stone before we ever went down to a basilisk area. I was like, I'm not doing that again.
Yeah.
That's not happening.
So yeah, this was basically a stab fest. I was sitting here trying to
For a minute, yeah.
figure out his distances because he, then this backstab, but yeah, basically with the claymore, I'm just sitting here trying to basically just trying to do a little bit of stabby stab. Yeah, you can
I was
see
like,
that
you're
there.
not gonna outrange.
Oh
him.
yeah, that I don't know how I didn't die.
Yeah, magic pixel. I guess I have no
100%,
idea.
because that attack there is brutal as hell. You can see I'm like scared crapless.
I was like, try to get our souls. I can't right now. And I was like, but I don't want us to die.
And roll. There we go.
And then I think you dominate him here in a second.
Yeah, basically at this point, then I just kind of figure out what he's doing, and then
But yep, baited that. So now I think you're going for back.
I
there.
was
you
too.
didn't mean to jump.
No, that was
Which I was like, I don't know how you accidentally click left thumbstick, but it happens.
yeah. It's just one of those things. I'm just like trying to err,
And here we go.
and I think at this point I just went to town,
Yeah, I think you just stagger him. Yep.
which is awesome.
Yes. No. If you can stagger him in the Black Knight, your idea of poise
Hey,
might not end up happening.
But I'm also using the claymore. Really, I don't care. I don't care if people can poise break me with big weapons. It's
fair.
little tiny like freaking
daggers
like
and-
scimitars and
yeah.
crap like that. That I'm just like, hey, I'm gonna attack 100 times and I'm gonna stagger you every effing time. That's what I can't stand.
I agree. It's rough.
That's because at this point in the game, at this point in our playthrough, I feel like the Fume Ultra Greatsword, which is crazy. You need freaking 58,
I think, on your computer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the freaking it's got pretty crazy stuff. So is this twisted sword, the heaviest of all ultra great swords, resembles black slate.
This weapon's. There you go. This weapon, said to belong to a trader from long ago, was so heavy that it found no owner and became a forgotten relic of history.
I think why I switched over because I was trying to look for the
Great sword?
just the great sword, because I feel like both of these have said that they are the heaviest of all ultra great swords.
Yeah, because I remember, because I was like, well, no, that's a great sword, not an ultra great sword. So you're like, no, the great sword is an ultra great sword. And I was
Which
like, that's
is-
just weird.
It's still, but in every game, it's an ultra great sword. It's called a great sword, but it's an ultra great sword.
Right.
I'm like, I don't understand
is-
what the
it
hell
is.
is going on here.
It's odd. And then, I think we did a little comparing.
It's just weapon, like basically bastard sword, claymore, like those sorts of like weapons, like basically just regular great swords. That's about the heaviest that I can go. I can never. Yeah, so it's the great sword made of black iron, deeply feared for its association with Night Slayer Sorig.
Black iron offers high defense and is particularly effective at warding off fire.
But basically,
shield bash.
yeah, what I was gonna say there was the fact that with those ultra great swords, I just could never get the timing down, and especially in every other game that poise isn't as big of a deal. Like in Dark Souls 1, I guess I can see it. Maybe even in Demon Souls with the super armor on certain attacks, but in this game, I just I don't know.
Right.
I do want to eventually use the Black Iron Greatsword or Black Iron Great Shield because it has that 83 fire as well as 100 freaking.
That's true. If
physical.
we ever end up in a big fire battle, that would be the thing to do.
Yes,
sir.
it definitely would.
Oh, we did get a ring.
Yep, Night Slayer's ring. Ring of the Savage Sorig, more commonly known as the Night Slayer. Enemies lose more stamina when guarding attacks.
Long ago, Sorg engaged the guardians of an ancient city in a bloody confrontation and returned with their rings as his prize, still frozen on their dismembered fingers.
Kind of interesting. So we're just assuming, because this is an ancient city, because this is supposed to be Izalith, we're kind of assuming that that's what this is supposed to be here.
Yep, that was our guess.
We're not really 100% positive, but that's kind of what we are thinking. And these totally seemed like they could be something, but
Yeah, they did. All of them seem like they could be something. As soon as you find one, everyone looks suspicious.
it's very true.
And I think you end up in the fire here by accident for a second. It's just like, that's not feasible. Oh yeah, we see the black iron or the Black Knight up on the bridge, platform. I don't know what you want to call it.
Yeah, I'm just testing
Like,
all these
maybe.
walls because
Yeah.
they seem like maybe you can come at it from a different angle or something.
Right. Yep, right
Yeah,
there.
that right there.
Yeah.
So for 2 seconds, which I still don't understand how we got caught up in the fire there.
No, I could see the foot was in
Oh, was
one,
it?
but
Okay.
yeah, I feel like. I was gonna say I feel like it was not. You weren't necessarily close enough to get hit, but you probably were.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like we're gonna draw him down here, and he does not come down.
Yeah, it's very true.
I think at the beginning of the next one we end up.
Going back and seeing if we can't get this all figured out.
Yeah. Like that must be up those stairs because we went by the side of it.
Yeah, because that's the thing is I'm still not certain. Yeah, so we're just trying to heal up a little bit, but because one of the things that we did notice pretty quickly was the fact that this is the one with the. Was it the axe? Or no, this was the regular one with the greatsword.
Yep.
But this is the end of this episode, folks, and we will see you guys next time.
Later.